using AI not to tell you what to do, but to help you refine your own decision making. Okay, so here's the question that I'm going to use as a way to help talk about using AI, and I'm going to use ChatGPT because that's the one I have trained. Um, Using an AI to help you make a decision. So I know the idea that I'm trying to pull out of my conversations that I'm having in public and social media. Um, but I know it from my own perspective. I know it from my own filter. I know it from my own lens. I know why I think it matters from my own lens. And for all of us, it's very hard to put ourselves in another person's shoes. We can try to say if I was in the situation that I think they're in, but we can never really know the nuances of their situation they're actually in. What would I want to do? But we're going to still pull our personality and our um, proclivities, our ways of seeing the world into their situation, and so we're still going to we're going to still impose on their reality our perspective, even to the extent that we can see their reality. This chat GPT, this particular within the project, this particular is chat is labeled market sensing. And what market sensing has been told is that I'm trying to gather this piece of information, and it helped me write some of the public messaging, and it also helped me write some of the decision criteria. So now what we're going to see is whether it, how it interprets what's happened so far. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this as a screenshot, and then I'm pasting that into my chat GPT. We have some initial feedback on the market sensor survey. In LinkedIn, we have 8 votes and 1 comment. I responded, I thanked. All for his in. Oh, I got a problem. There we go. Delete that screenshot. I need to make sure that I give the chat GPT all the text that is relevant. And so his link to his podcast really isn't relevant. Um, and honestly, I could not tell um, ChatGPT that I said the thank you part. I would, and I don't think it would change the outcome. I just giving context. Um, the next one I'm going to say on the GHL Business Launch group post on the post in the GHL Business Launch group. We have 3 votes. I'm just going to shrink this down just a little bit, 90%. See if I can get it all on the screen. Yep, there we go. We have 3 votes, split data. No comments yet. Okay. I'm going to put this back to 100% just because we got some interesting feedback on my personal Facebook post that you helped me write. So what I have is we have some feedback on the market survey. In LinkedIn, we have 8 votes and 1 comment. On the post individual, we have 3 votes, split data, no comments. We have interesting feedback, even 10 likes and 18 comments. And I'm just trying to give ChatGPT enough context so that um, when I ask it to tell me what it thinks that means, it has more than enough information. Um, Now, 18 comments. View more comments, all comments. Try to get the entire thread in context for the sake of the GPT. We have a post made in the group 20 reactions and 30 comments. And so then I click send and it's thinking. Analyzing images. You're doing field sensing now. Clean data. No rush to conclude. That's I would want that. No rush to conclude. Um, Step down and look for looking at patterns. And again, so the point is we gathered a whole bunch of raw data from the field. Um, and and the reality is I don't expect on this particular survey for the people who are actually the target market to respond. Notice it correctly evaluated, low vulnerability environment. People aren't going to be admitting they have issues when their target market is listening. Psychological safety in the group is forming in our group. I don't really know that that's the case. I think this is more the case. Room temperature, people are watching, people are not exposing themselves. I think that's the real case. This is interesting. On my personal yeah, this is on my personal page. I got some personal interaction, and that's kind of what I expected. And narrative depth, I like that in this assessment. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. Environmental. Okay, so here's where we think this is what I was expecting to see. I don't think that I detected it in the reading. Um, the GPT says I have people acknowledging that people say that people are not saying I have no idea. Either people don't want to admit. See, this is like this. My issue is I think that's the reality. Um, I suspect hidden instability. Reframed instability. Interesting. Your 3 operating. Okay, so these are stable. Okay. Activity leaders. Yeah, emotionally comfortable with, and are those of you who are believers in the activity, the results are going to come. Is it because you've been told to believe that, or you have patterns that show you that that's trustworthy in your situation? Um, Market blamers, and these are the people that are experiencing inconsistent, unstable, instability, friction. These are words that GPT has fed to me, and they're comfortable, they work. I would have called this inconsistent. They have There's people with inconsistent results, and then either emotionally comfortable with it because you're told that that's what to expect, or externalizing factors because, yeah, oh, interesting. You stop pushing. This is how to test. Hypothesis. Your initial hypothesis. Cold outreach depend are less stable than they admit. Can be predictable, but when treated as a system, this does not fly. Yeah, so this is the kind of messaging, then the kind of conversation you can have with your chat GPT to, taking it from my specific thing I'm testing to back to the. So congratulations to Justin Ranton for producing more nuanced responses. A little bit it was the environment that we posted it in as well. Um, do not conclude. I agree. It's too early to make a com con coherent conclusions. Um, um, I didn't expect to see an overwhelming. I certainly didn't expect people to suddenly like bare their souls in front of their target market. Okay. All right. So there's so then you can now have ChatGPT agrees agrees with me that because I'm choosing to target a very narrow niche, that aligns with your 1% theory. I don't think the audience for what I'm shaping is a very big audience. Um, I think it's an underserved audience. Um, and that's why I said to the broader masses, I'm not selling something because most of you aren't even in the market. You aren't, I'm just trying to get some words. And so this is very valuable. Um, some of these phrases that um, pop up in this kind of conversation become valuable in having the conversation with ChatGPT. Okay, now that we have this information, what do we uh how about this? Let's write a follow up and thank you message for my personal for the posts Facebook post on personal BGHL. Um, yeah, so I say something like that and then see what it writes for me. And I think I won't use this. Actually, I might use that one. I don't know. Thank you, everyone. Definitely using this. Control C. Control V, the depth of thought you shared here. And then I'm going to go to, I'm not sure I'm going to do that one, but I'm definitely going to do this. And that one's already on the screen here anyway, so I'm just going to go here. Oh, except it's on it as me. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my homepage here. It's this because this is as my business page, and so um, here we go. Change this back to 100%. There we go. Close this. Let's go. All right. So this is how you can use AI to get out of your own head. Use the AI, take your basic idea, ask it a question, and then say, how do I ask this same thing in a different environment to get other perspectives? Because all of us are smarter than any of us. The challenge with there's a saying that goes, can I pick your brain? And it means, can I have some of your time to ask you some questions for your perspective? Because I know you know something and you see the world differently that I don't know, and you see the world differently than I see the world. The problem with that is that person is busy. And the more valuable that person's insight is, the more expensive their time is. And so giving you and part of my position is 15 minutes doesn't give me enough time to have a conversation with someone. So if I ask someone to pick their brain, I'm not asking for 15 minutes of their time. I'm probably asking for an hour, of which 20 minutes is just understanding the context. Pick ChatGPT's brain. Um, but then don't take what it says, or Claude, or Gemini, or whoever, whichever system you use. Use it to shape your understanding, and then ask it to give you some questions. You can ask specific questions of specific people to get very specific perspective that validates or invalidates what you thought and what GPT told you. Thank you all for taking time to listen to me. I'm Keith Bashirs. I'm the Bald Guy. I help small businesses with marketing theory, tactics, techniques, training, and technology. This was a training on how to use ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude or whatever AI platform you choose to use to help you think about decision making in your business.